to light what is enabling.
Helpers.
What?
Somebody helping.
Helping you. Okay. The way I use it is fuel helps an automobile engine, right? Right? So, fuel, right, for a car. And then here's the question. New guys, not the older guys. Guys that have been here less than 2 months. Does water enable the car? Does water
Make the car run?
yeah, it doesn't enable the car. Does it enable the car?
Yeah,
Yeah, because of the radiator, right?
tear it up.
So water, indirectly, right? Not directly, but indirectly, because it keeps the radiator cool, right? And that's what we have in enabling. Direct stuff, enabling, is your parents actually giving you money. That's a direct enabling. Your parents doing drugs with you. Your parents getting high with you. Your parents getting drunk with you. That's a big enabling. What's indirect enabling? Your parents helping you on with your lawyer. Your parents paying for your food. Think about it. Your parents helping you eat. That's an enabler. Because you're still relying on it for your basic necessities because you haven't managed your own fucking life. You've gone down that hill of saying, the hell with everything. I don't even care about food. All I need is the next fix, the next drug, the next pill. And I get this all the time from parents. What can I do? I say, kick their fucking ass out. And don't give them 1 penny. Tough love, let them hit their fucking bottom. So now, here's the problem is you have many split families. Mom and dad. We'll make mom the bad guy. Mom does drugs with you or, drinks with you. And dad's the hard ass. As addicts, alcoholics, pill poppers, who do we love? Fine, yeah! Your daddy's the one that's looking after your best interest, but he's raining on your parade, man. So we hate our dad, but we love our mom. We love our mom because she lets us get fucked up. Right? Happy Mother's Day, Mom. And that's how us addicts, pill poppers, alcoholics think. It's, oh, dad's a hard ass, he doesn't care about me, blah, 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 blah. Or the roles could be reversed, right? Dad could be the enabler mom. And I see this all the time. And when I tell the parents that are divorced, get together and neither one of them support it. Just kick his fucking ass out.
I was also going to say, it could also be like, like I love my mom when I was in my addiction. I love her to death when she's got the drug. When she doesn't have the drugs, it's like, oh, fuck you.
Right, because that's your stream of supply, right? That's your stream of supply. And most of the time, you get the shit free. So anytime anybody wants to give me free drugs, gets my alcohol for free, I love them. I love them. That's less money I gotta pay out. And we get fucked up together. But see how that works? And I see that all the time. Oh, my dad's bad. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. It's bullshit. Bullshit. This is the guy you should be gravitating towards. This one is just going to make it worse. And that is so simple to do. Well, it's so simple to understand, so hard to do. So hard to do because we want to go with the one that's going to enable us, not the one that's going to kick our ass. Right? So that's topic number 2. And you probably, it happened, what was it, 3 or 4 weeks ago with the heroin addict. Both the mom and dad were enablers. And I had about an hour conversation with the dad, and I said, look, bring them come here, take his fucking car away, and tell him this is his last chance, he's not allowed home. But the addict, who was 32, 33 years old, convinced his parents to go back home. And the dad said, he stole my TV, he stole all this shit, jewelry, pawned it off, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's how they're calm, where negative. Because when we're in our addiction, we don't care. And you know what? Just that thought of screwing my mother or my kids or anybody that I really love, just that thought keeps me sober. This email kept me sober. I'm not better than you guys. I know if I take that one water down Coors Light, I'm fucked. I'm totally fucked. So that's topic number 2. Topic number 3, and we've covered this a zillion times. I cover it probably once every 3 months. It's exit plan strategy. All right? I bet a guy, I ain't gonna name names, bet a guy a steak dinner that he would stay sober and clean for a year. And you know what? There's probably 50 guys here that I would make the same bet. And the caveat is, you leave Souls Harbor, that's when the time starts. Anybody can have a year here. In fact, the guys with 6 months or more, stand up. Look at, you new guys, look at this. That's a lot of guys. That's over half the guys here. And we have guys on the cusp, like James over there, pretty close to 6 months, right? Think of it. Name one other rehab in Dallas or in the nation that has almost half the residents with 6 months or more. It doesn't happen. The problem is, and this one I've been tinkering with and thinking, and this is what keeps me up at night, is I can keep the guys sober here. That's really fucking easy. It's based off of willingness. If you aren't willing, hey, we get a new guy in here. We just switch you out, right? The key is leaving Souls Harbor. Leaving Souls Harbor. We have a lot of what we call retreads. We probably have 8, 9, 10 retreads here. Okay, guys that have been in and out of Souls Harbor. And there's 4 or 5 guys that have signed the contract now. And basically what I'm saying is this is your last chance. Or next time you pay for it. That's basically it. So that it sinks in and saying, oh, that revolving door we have out front doesn't exist anymore. So here's the new exit plan strategy. And it's a 3-step process. Okay, after you do, and this is different, after you do 6 months, not 5 months, not 4 months, 6 months, and you get your freaking certificate like this, you can start looking for a job. All right? So let's assume you get the job. Now, the biggest trigger, and I've seen this, it's so amazing what I've learned from you guys over 3 years. The biggest trigger is money. Because, and I'll never forget this one guy. Really, really nice guy. I thought he got it. The day he got his paycheck, I warned him. I said, don't go out and blow your money. What did he do? He went out and blew his fucking money. Right? He got his money and just did meth. And he thought it'd be different this time. He could stop, you know, but he went through all of his money. Right? And lost his job. And I said, I'm not going to mention his name. I said, didn't we just have this conversation? I mean, I have these conversations all the time with you guys. It's like going through one ear and out the fucking other. So you get a job. Okay, so what do? Now, here's the thing before I talk about the 3 steps. You can do it your way, or you can do it the AA way, or NA way, or Celebrate Recovery way. But your way got your ass in here. You got to surrender. You got to say, hey, if you say, hey, I'm different, leave. Seriously, leave. If you still want to do it your way, leave. Because that means you aren't willing to try a way that's helped millions drug addicts, pill poppers, and alcoholics. So step one is get a job. So the first thing you do is you pay off your tickets. So they can be speeding tickets, you know, all the court crap, right? You're going to be paying rent to Souls Harbor. You're going to clean up your past. We had a guy that had a job that paid twice as much as me, and he didn't clean up his past, and now it's coming to bite his ass, and he just lost his job because he's stricken him. So you clean up your past. That's including old DWIs, whatever it may be. Okay, warrants, probation. But you're still here at Souls Harbor. Because here you have a support group. You have 40, 50 guys you talk to. You have a sponsor. You can bring it up in the meetings and you go, wow. Like one guy here had IRS problems. He made a shitload of money as truck drivers. I didn't know truck drivers made a shitload of money. They make a hell of a lot more money than I do. Now, more power to them, right? But he had IRS problems, right? He left. He thought this IRS problem was... He drank over it. So you clean up the past. Then, and you're here at least 3 months. This is a great time to save for a car. We have, what, 3 or 4 guys here, right, that save for a car. Right? I mean, how many homeless shelters have you seen where you see, you know, these stack of cars here? Right? Not that many. Go to Austin Streets. Austin Street has, what, 500 or 700 homeless people? Bridge, 300 or 400. Save for a car. Once you get the job, 90 and 90. Or you come to the meetings here. There's guys that get jobs, and here's the other fallacy, is they may be working at night, so they can't go to our night meetings. Are they going during the day? No. Right? But see, I can't babysit 50 guys. This is on you. So when you go, oh, it didn't work out, and I said, did you do this, do that? And they go, no. Well, then you did your fucking way, and that's why you went back to drinking drunk. All right? So 90 and 90 means 90 meetings in 90 days. I'm going to give you an example. You got half the room knows my background. I sold computers. Before that, I programmed computers. But basically, that's what I did. All right? And I sold a shitload of computers. That was my job. Go to large corporations here in Dallas, Frito-Lay, JCPenney, Pier 1, all the big boys, and sold them computers. And then I did it nationwide. Then I did it worldwide. That was my fucking job. All right? I retired, and I'm living in North Carolina. You can explain this to me. I'm living in North Carolina, retired from IBM, and I get this job. There was 100, I found out, I thought there were 61 applicants. There was 171 applicants for this fucking job. 171. So I thank my God. That's a God thing. So I come from North Carolina to here. I guarantee I was probably the only out-of-state person applied for this job. Even me finding out about this job.
How did you find out?
What?
How did you find out that?
One of the board members told me. The board member was responsible for hiring the executive director, which is my job. He told me. They went from 171, they eliminated it to 61. And then they kept eliminating it down to 3.
How did you find out how to get it?
Yeah,
How did you find out how the job
was available?
Through a friend. I used to live here in Dallas, 85 to 94, and through a friend. But even that's a God thing. I mean, it was just a freak thing. His name is Dennis. Really nice guy. I'm talking to him from North Carolina to Dallas. The economy sucks in North Carolina. I'm 52 years old, or however I am, 51, 52. And he said, hey Brent, would you like to come back to Dallas? I said, yeah. And then he hooked me up with this Yahoo job site group and then blah, 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 blah. You know, but it's God thing. I give credit to God. So I come here, I don't know shit about homeless. Yeah, I did volunteer work, but I didn't know how to run a shelter. I knew how to run a business. IBM taught me that, but running a shelter and dealing with drug addicts and pill poppers, I know how to deal with alcoholics, because, you know, that was my drug of choice, and like I told you, I switched from drug addiction to alcohol, but it's the same damn thing. And coming here, and you've heard the story, it was a mess. But I was, to be honest with you, I was scared out of my fucking pants. I was scared because I was uncomfortable. I didn't know this. This wasn't selling computers. This ain't going to a boardroom and trying to sell $20 million of computers to Ford, which I've done in the past. This was working with homeless guys. And so what did I do? I stepped it up. I started going to meetings every freaking day because AA saved my ass in the beginning. It saved my ass then too. But see, we're foreign to that concept. We're uncomfortable. What do? Pill, painkiller, crack, meth, heroin, alcohol. That's what we're comfortable with. Some of us 5 years, some 10, some 20, some 30, 40 years of drugging experience or alcohol experience or pill experience. That's how we deal with life. That's how I dealt with life. So this shit of going to AA, foreign. When I came here, we had no AA meetings. No. We had an AA group that once in a while came in. So anyway, I stepped it up. I was talking to my sponsor. I got a new sponsor here in Dallas, and I just step it up. You finish the steps. This is what you do once you get the job, and you're still here. That's step one. And you're going, that's a lot of fucking work. I say bullshit. Getting your drink or your drug was more work than this and the next two steps. So this is exit plan strategy, step one. Step two, what do you do after step two? You're ready to leave the harbor. Our old thought was, get an apartment. Get an apartment. That was the number one reason a lot of guys relapsed. We've had 8, 9 guys just recently in the last 9 months relapse because they're in an apartment. What's this? Hungry, angry, lonely. You're in the apartment by yourself. Hey, it's cool though. I got my own TV, blah, blah, blah. But I don't have any accountability. Who would know if I slipped down to the convenience store and got a 6-pack of Coors Light?
Watered down.
Watered down Coors Light. Or I call, and I guarantee you, if I took the 20 guys that had cell phones, I guarantee you, half you guys still have your fucking drug dealers on your phone. I know that. Because you know what? It's a reservation. It's a fucking, it's saying, I'm not going to do it anyway. I'm still going to get fucked up when things get really bad. And you know when it gets really bad? Is when I take control of shit, or you take control of shit. Instead of doing it God's will, you do it your own way. And I guarantee you, look at your fucking cell phone and you'll see at least 1, maybe 3, 4, 5 drug dealers on there. Do this tonight. Erase those. Forever. Forever. Or if you have them on a piece of paper or whatever, erase them. Because you know what that means? It's a reservation. And what happens at a reservation at a restaurant or a hotel? It usually comes through. Sometimes it doesn't, but usually it comes through. So, we used to say the apartment. We're not doing that anymore, guys. And I know you guys don't like this. Step 2. And that, you know, instead of 50 assholes, then you have 5 or 6 assholes, right? That's reality. But you become accountable to these guys, right? And then what do? Well, you got to step it up again. You got to do 90 and 90. Now, I had a guy come in my office, and the reality is, since I've been here, we've had 3 guys die of natural causes here. I've only been here 3 years. They're all in their 70s. I used to have a problem first when I came in here. I go, man, that's crappy. But the reality is, I see it as a blessing for these guys. If they can stay sober here and happy here, they stay forever. That's the beauty of Souls Harbor. We don't kick you out as long as you aren't drinking, drugging, or that. And that's why we have a lot of guys with multiple years of sobriety, right? And I'm okay with that. But I had a guy come in and said, well, I'm not going to be one of those guys. Well, he doesn't follow directions. This is the directions. And he's probably saying, fuck you, Brett, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it my way. Because my way got my ass back in here. So, you go to Oxford House, and we'll help you choose the Oxford House. Most of your AA sponsors will know Oxford House. You get 100. That is the key. You either keep in touch with your current sponsor or you get a sponsor from your own group. And you save your money. And we had a financial thing. So that's step 2. This is a new step. And this is so that you guys don't get lonely and say, you know, nobody will know that I'm taking this painkiller. Nobody will know I'm taking this beer. Nobody's know I'm smoking, you know, crack on this crack pipe, shooting up meth, whatever the hell it may be. Because that's what our fucked up heads do. This puts accountability in you. Because you're living with 5 or 6 guys. They drug test people. They have breathalyzers there. So that's step 2. Step 3 is, really used to be step 2 with the other one. Let's get an apartment. Oh, by the way, you're going to be there at the Oxford House for 6 months or more. So the Oxford House, minimum of 6 months. And you can leave when your sponsor says you can leave. Now you say, bullshit, I don't want to do it that way. Well, if you don't want to do it that way, leave. Leave Souls Harbor. And knock yourself out. Because you can't keep yourself sober. You thought you could. So you stay at Oxford House for 6 months. Then step 3 is, you guys think it has freedom, but it isn't. It's your own apartment. My suggestion is get a roommate. Get a roommate in the program. There's probably 2 episodes. Not one of your old drug dealers. Not one of your old playmates. You know, the 3 things. Playmates, playpens, playthings, right? So you get a roommate in the program. You do, you know, your sponsor will approve the apartment. And you go, what the hell do I have to let him approve? Well, how have you done with your own decisions so far?
Not good or we wouldn't be here.
Exactly. Now I can see guys in here, which I'm ready to kick out there going, oh, fuck Brett, I'm going to do it my way. Well, you can do it your way. We'll leave them all right? I don't care. Because I can load this room back up with other knuckleheads, right? I'll weed through them too. 120 to 120. That means 120 meetings in 120 days. So you're going 4 months, every freaking day to a meeting. You're going, that's a lot of work. How much time did you spend drinking or drugging or pill popping each day? I'll tell you, well, you all day. Me, it was 6, 7, 8 hours. Okay, except on the weekends it's more, right? And then I get my ass up in the morning and go, fuck, I'm never going to do this again. And then I really meant that. And I do the same thing again.
every day.
So here it is. And do I want to spend 6, 8 hours in misery, or do I want to spend at most 2 hours a day? That's your choice. You want 8 hours to get fucked up and losing your job and come in, well, you won't be back here again. Unless you pay the money up front, right? Because that's the way the new contract works. We have 4 or 5 guys that have signed this contract. So if you, any guy that's been here before, we give him another chance to come back. But then after that, you need money. You need money. Because obviously you didn't listen to me the first time, so why the fuck should I waste my time, a bed, my resources on you knuckleheads if you want to do it your own fucking way? So you do 120 and 120. And then at that time, Souls Harbor will give you your furniture. I have one guy who's drunk, and he's still drunk, and he's ready to get his ass fired, and he called me up and said, "Brett, where do I get my furniture?" And I said, "You're drunk, but I'll tell you what. You pick up your 3-month chip at the Freedom Group," because that's his home group. I said, "You pick up your 3-month chip at the Freedom Group, I'll get you the furniture." Has he called me back since? Fuck no! He wants to do it his way! And he'll be back here signing that fucking contract if he even wants to come back. And the sad story is, his 21-year-old daughter is having serious drug problems. And this guy calls me up last week and says, "Brent, my daughter's in Phoenix, blah, 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 blah. Do you know rehab place?" I know rehab places in Dallas, so I mentioned, you know, Genesis, Nexus, blah, 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 blah. Maggie's house for women. And he goes, "She don't want to come to Dallas." Why does she want to come down? Because he's fucking here. He's fucking here. So, like a nice guy, I pulled out a list of national programs and local programs and send it to him. But what kind of example is this guy giving to his 21-year-old daughter? He's probably talking about, "Yeah, you need to go rehab." No, you fucking need to go rehab. All right. So, I've covered the exit plan strategy. I'm going to have Aaron type this up. All right? Maybe we'll post it on the web or we'll print it out. And so when you guys leave, you're going to review this with the sponsor and say, "This is what Souls Harbor recommends."